to get in as an officer, I would say that now in these current times, I don't think that there is a barrier, in my opinion. I think that agencies, particularly APD, I guess that's all I can speak for. APD does a great job at finding the best person for the job, no matter if it's male or female or race or anything like that, you know. So I really appreciate that. But that's the situation now. I know that a long time ago that wasn't the case, and the female FTO that I was talking to you about, she faced a lot of adversity during her time, you know, with maybe if she made a mistake, she had to do push-ups in front of everybody, you know, and as women, we aren't naturally as strong in our chests as men. So, you know, something like that she had to go through, that has paved the way for officers now is, like, I respect her so much for that, and all the other officers, female officers who came before me to pave that way for us, so that we don't have to face those obstacles when getting hired. The way that I speak to people, I try to just look at them as a person, as if they were my own kid. That's always in the back of my head. What would I want my son to be treated like if he were this age and if he were contacted by an officer? How would I want him to be treated? Or my dad, or my grandma, you know. I try to put some sort of family member in that position so that there's that empathy. At the same time, I can't get too involved, obviously, because, you know, this is still my job and work needs to be done. But those are thoughts that I constantly have when speaking to people or contacting them or just saying hi, because I am a firm believer that we all deserve respect. I've gotten more than a handful of times, like, you don't look old enough to be wearing a gun or that uniform. Like, honestly, somebody just told me that a couple days ago. But once I start speaking to them, I feel like that changes. And that's only just a few people, you know, throughout my time here. But most of the time, I don't know if it's because my presence and, you know, that it's called command presence, what I've worked on and what I've just had since I started, just my stance and my face. Even though I'm smiling, I'm still on high alert. So other than those little comments, I can't think of any specific time. I have had people talk down to me though, you know, but those are just people who are in trouble and want to take blame on me. I've been called racial slurs, lots of names that used to get to me inside, you know, but throughout the years, I've learned, like, hey, this person has no idea who I am. They just see this uniform and not my face or, you know, a person. So I don't take that to heart anymore. I'm on the SWAT team, and to be on the SWAT team, you have to go to a basic SWAT school. That's a week long, and it's at Camp Rylea in Warrenton, Oregon, every year. And so last year I went to that as a student, and this year I was invited to go as an instructor. But to learn how to be an instructor, obviously I can't be an instructor, you know. So I thought that was amazing, and I was humbled by that. And I reached out to my command staff, who ultimately were on board with me going. And my pitch for that was, last year when I was there, it was only me and one other female student, and everyone else was men. There are about 40 people in the class, 40 students, and then there's probably like 20 to 25 instructors, all men. Same thing with finding my place in this building, I had to find my place there amongst all these men, all these SWAT dudes, right? And again, intimidating, but it helped me kind of like take a deep breath, pull my chest up, and go out there and do exactly everything else that they were doing, because again, I got there the same way that they did. So I wanted to be that female presence that female students can go to if they have an issue like that, or if they have any questions that they may not want to ask a male